And so this is going to be more of a, let me just show you what he can do. There's been some consistencies he's done that I will try to replicate. However, if I die, I will keep it, because the best guide is one that includes all different sessions, not just the victories, because not everyone will have the same consistent experience. So first off, I'm going to stay behind over here, behind that weapon pile and behind this dune here, so that his arrows don't hit me. Sometimes they do. So even this path is not consistently a no-hit path, but it's the best one I've had thus far. Now, I wanted him to get off his horse, like right there. When he does that, roll in, unlock, and just start whacking at his feet. And then dodge that. So obviously don't get too greedy with that. Once he gets off his horse and you get some nice hits in that way, bring him back to the field here, because you're going to want an even playing field. The reason why is in his second and third phases, when he starts summoning the waves, you can't jump over them if you are not on the same level of terrain as he is. You can if you're on the upper slope, but if he's on the upper slope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you're gonna get hit by it. Alright, that one just got a little bit of luck there. I don't suggest trying to roll through that. That one I just kind of spin along with him. I want him to dismount the horse. When he dismounts the horse, that's your best bet for getting damage in. Everything else I would just recommend keeping distance until he does that. So once again, roll in, unlock, and then just free hit his legs. And make sure you have enough stamina to dodge that. At about 70% health, he'll go for that. Get some hits in, dodge through that, a few more hits in. Yeah. So most of the time, he'll go for a stomp if you're near his legs. Alright, one. Alright, well I died. That's fine. I just want to get all of this explanation out now, so that I can focus more on the fight. Okay, so when I was hitting him while he was doing his gravity AoE, usually if you stay behind his right leg, sometimes the left, but I've been staying behind the right, he will usually go for a stomp. In that particular case, he went for his sweep, which you could try to roll into him and avoid, but it's a very specific timing, and even then he can collide with you such that it won't matter, because you're still going to get hit by the very end of the hitbox. And so really your best bet there, I say, is to stay closer to the horse than to his legs. Okay. So I'm just going to stay down on this path behind this weapon pile here. Usually they miss. Again, sometimes they'll hit. And then after the second one, just rush it back up here. And let's see if he goes for arrows or the orb. Arrows. You can tell when you can hear the longbow being drawn, rather than a charge being charged. Alright, here we go. Alright. Bring him back to the even playing field so that you can jump over the waves later on. And I just want him to dismount his horse. That's really just what I should focus on. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do this weapon art if I really want to. May as well. I have a good timing for that after the combo. But really I just want him to dismount the horse again. And with this one, I'm just going to spin around with him and then try to create distance again until he goes for that. Alright, one more hit before he goes for the slam down. Yeah, I don't know what he was going for there. Alright, combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Weapon art. This is going to be a jump. This is why I want to be on level plane right there, so I can just jump over it. Because if you're on a slope, for example, if he does it, if he's on the upper slope, it's going to hit you. Alright, so once again, I just want to create distance. Alright, well he's going for that. Now for this, I usually just look at the moon. You can probably look anywhere in the sky, but the moon is the most consistent for me. So it's like, you may as well. Because he will always spawn right by the moon. Alright, he didn't want to be nice to me. Sometimes he'll just go straight in for the dive, like that one. Some good hits on the horse here. Okay, that's what I was talking about. I was hoping it would be consistently baitable. It doesn't look like it is. But just in case, if you position yourself by his foot, then he should go for a stomp more often than not. And this is going to be a jump. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Weapon art. Yeah, that one still trips me up. Alright. He's gonna hurl the meteors at me now. Dodge, dodge, jump? Nah, that was too close to him. Alrighty. Dodge, sprint away from this, and just spam roll. The moment you see he's gonna hit the ground. I wish I had a better tactic other than just spam roll, but really that's the best one that's been working for me. Is just the moment you see him going to the ground, just spam roll away, assuming that you're sprinting, of course. Okay, that was lucky. It shouldn't split like that, but it did. So once again, if he spins around you, just spin with him. Because I want him to dismount. Like that. And then jump over it. Weapon art. Roll through that. And then you'll be safe back here. Let's see if he goes for the stomp. Nope. He's gonna go for the meteors. Roll. Roll. Jump. Okay, I had enough timing and distance for that. That's good. Once again. Roll. Sprint, 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 sprint. And spam the roll. It's super scary. Probably not consistent as much as I'd like it to be, but it still works. Alright, by the foot, stomp. Nope. Damn, I was hoping that would be more consistent than it is. Oh well. If he happens to go for a stomp, then just count your blessings. Oh, another meteor, huh? Alright, yeah, okay. You can probably just look anywhere in the sky then. Alright, let's see if you just go for it. No? Oh, so you're gonna do a wave attack. No, you're not. Spin with him. Dismount. Alright. Probably just roll into these. He's not doing anything else. Alright, let's see if I... Probably not, no. Yeah, I didn't think I could close it in time. Alright, going for that again. Ow. I should probably heal. Okay, good, thank you. 1, 2, sprint away, jump. Oh god, that was close. Alright. Yeah. So that run was a bit chaotic. Usually there would be some runs where when he's going into his third phase and I'm behind his foot after I hit the horse a few times, he'll usually go for the stomp a lot more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-encounter him trying the same tactics just so you can see the difference in his variability. Alright, so I just reloaded my checkpoint save. Oh, and then here. So it's a heavy longsword plus 14 with the Stormblade as the chosen weapon art, right? Pretty sure you can find that in Stormveil. Honestly, I forgot, but I would think it's in Stormveil since the enemies there use that skill. Really good one. I've been using it throughout my entire playthrough. So here it's just, you know, all the better. You know, level 68, 30 vigor, 30 endurance, 36 strength, blah blah blah. You can see all that stuff there. The detailed stats, I suppose, if you want them. Oh yeah, and then my armor set here. It's just the Carrion Knight set. I don't have any talismans equipped. And then here, just for a detailed view. Right, okay. Alright, let's see how this run goes. I won't explain too much. I'll try to, well, I won't say anything. If I say something, obviously, you'll hear me. Yeah, so I try to sprint before he releases the arrows. Alright, and I sprint away when he does that, because most of the time he'll dismount, like I want him to. Okay, I rolled a little too late there. And I rolled a little too late there. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Weapon art. So it seems like he'll try to go for that sweep after you hit him. That's the second time he's, well, more than second, but second time in this recording session. Alright, once again, spin with him, and just focusing on coming back to the even terrain, and creating distance so he'll dismount. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He might do the slam down now. Yep. Okay. Alright, spin with him. Alright, can you dismount, please? Or do that. I should have enough time. Oh, you're not going for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Weapon art. Okay, this is going to be a jump. Yeah. Okay, he may go for that sweep after you're able to hit him after a slam down like that, it seems. It's just hard to say anymore. I can't hardly tell what's coincidental anymore. I'm not gonna close that. Alright, that's gonna be a jump. Yeah, this is a really good weapon art, or Ash of War, I should be saying. Especially for enemies that just love creating distance. And as a melee, it's nice to be able to close that distance without having to get into melee, especially with an oversized enemy whose camera works against you. Alright, so again, face the moon or just some random point in the sky. There we go. I just say go to the moon, honestly. Alright, let's see what you do. Yep, you run away. I may as well drink my flask now. Okay, going for the jump. Alright, a stomp. So maybe third phase is more consistent with the stomp. But I don't know, it's mainly conjecture at this point. Pray for a stomp, but don't expect a stomp, essentially. Alright, roll into that. Close the distance, I'll be safe back here. I'll still try to hit toward the leg. Alright. So third phase seems to be more consistent then. Alright, meteor time. Sprint away and sprint toward, or jump toward rather. Spin with him, create distance. Alright, this one. Roll. Sprint, 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 and just, yeah. Every time. It's a gamble. Alright, well if he pulls you, that's fine, it actually helps. It's like, thank you. Got me closer to you that much sooner. And die. Okay. Alright, that one was cleaner. Still took some hits. Still took some hits. I'll let the actual challenge runners figure out how they want to no-hit it. Honestly, if I were a no-hitter, I'd be like, I'm not getting into melee. Too many gambles. Just too many gambles. And if... Yeah, I can confidently say there's too many gambles in melee. Because I've seen other people and other challenge run streamers doing it in melee. And honestly... Not all of them, I'm not going to discredit them of course, but there were some moves they did where it's like, okay, he missed you because you got lucky with the collisions. And so that's why I'm doing this. It's like, here, that way you can see for yourself, like here's the button mapping, I'm trying to explain it in real time, you know. So for the rest of us who just want to get through the game without wanting to break our controller, it's like, okay, well here's a thorough analysis really of his combat patterns in melee. Clearly, if you have ranged options, go ahead and use them. If you want to use the summons, go ahead. Even though they're not programmed properly and they end up making the fight more difficult than it should be more often than not, you can go ahead and use them. I used them the first time I came across him, so you know, they get the job done, they just don't get it done in the right way. That's about it really. So yeah, hopefully this helps anyone who was just ready to rage quit. Like, this boss pissed me off, and not just because, oh my gosh, it's one of the hardest ones. No, there is a clear difference between a challenge and a stupidity. And unfortunately, this boss has equal parts of both. He does have challenge to him. You can learn him, clearly, but at the end of the day, there's still variables that are working against you that shouldn't be present. And if you want to disagree, go ahead. I know there's plenty of people whose affinity for this entire genre, this company, this game, clouds their logical judgment, and that's your business, but I'm just here for the rest of us who don't want to just rely on exploits or having to restat. Like, no fight should make me have to reallocate my stats. That should not have to be an option.